Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. This is Dark Precious Metals, and today, like I promised, we're gonna have a bit of a longer episode because if you wonder why we have this empty space here, it's because we're going to talk about Hannibal. Yeah, I did promise you we're gonna do a review of this coin because I think it deserves a proper review. So without any further ado, guys, let's do this. So this is the box. Looks alright, I would say. Feels okay, you know. Could have been better, I think, but that's how you open it. And we've got, what have we got? We've got a QR code, which I'm sure it will take you to the coin. And we have here the certificate. And as you can see, hold on a minute, there you go. This coin comes from Republic of Chad, years of issue 2024. Is that 10,000 francs? Apparently so. 10,000, yeah. Okay. 2 ounces, 999 silver, 45 millimeters, antiqued, ultra high relief, vintage 500. Yeah, it really is a low number there, 500 worldwide. And this is the coin. I think it's absolutely out of this world. I think it's the best high relief coin I ever saw, and it deserves a special video because I think this is a coin for generations. It's a coin with a big piece of history. It's a coin about a man, a god, a hero, or maybe a bit of everything. Because we're going to talk today about Hannibal, what he's done, who he was, and why we need to remember him. But in terms of the coin, I really do believe it's the best high relief coin I ever seen in my life. Honestly, I think it's amazing. It's out of this world. Look at that. We don't get to be taught in school about coins like this, about episodes, history episodes like this, and that's why I think it's important for the next generation to understand who was Hannibal. And yeah, we're gonna have a couple of things to say about this coin. So what you really need to understand is that we're looking here at Hannibal. Who was Hannibal? Well, this was a Carthaginian general, and we're looking at the ancient city of Carthage, which was in today's Tunisia. When we talk about Hannibal, we're talking about the Punic Wars, more specifically about the Second Punic War. It was a confrontation, obviously, between the Carthaginians and the Roman Empire. How would I put this? Hannibal was not just a genius. Was just not a general. He was a genius general. Yeah. Because he'd done things in his journey that nobody's done before. And he set up new strategic theories and practices in the art of war. How would I put this? Just a second. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I think that works a bit better. Hopefully. Right. Anyway, we're looking here at the Carthaginian general Hannibal. He was just 6 years old in 241 before Christ, when Carthage, where it was where was it, North Africa, was defeated in the First Punic War against Rome. So with that, Carthage was really forced to surrender the valuable colony of Sicily. And obviously, you're 6 years old. Your father is fighting in that war. His father was Hasdrubal, no, Barca. His father was Barca, and he, you're gonna have that feeling of revenge, don't you? I mean, you're 6, your father just lost the war, and Carthage just gave up Sicily, the whole island, to the Romans. So, but curious thing, according to some historians, Barca required the young Hannibal to swear a blood oath of eternal hostility towards the Romans, and he did. He did, which back then, you must imagine, a blood oath was really something big, and that's how much they hated the Romans. But yeah, that being said, Hannibal came to ruling the Carthaginian army because in 2021, before Christ obviously, his brother Hasdrubal was assassinated at the age of 26. So Hannibal became the army commander in chief. One of the greatest things that he's done, and it's never been heard about, imagine Tunisia today, yeah? Imagine going across the pond, sort of, in Spain, and from there, with an army of 40,000 people, but also with a couple of dozens of elephants, going to France and then crossing from the north to the south all the Italian peninsula through the Alps, marching. There's still a lot of controversy today. What was the actual path from the north of Italy to the south of Italy? But the thing is, he crossed the Alps with dozens of elephants. Surely, that was not an easy task to do. But can you imagine the fear of the Roman soldiers? You are a soldier, you are part of those legions, and at some point there is these huge animals like elephants coming towards you. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a normal elephant, right? These are war elephants. Those animals were trained specifically for war. So you can imagine the fear was, huge. But just talking about the peak point, if you will, of Hannibal invasion, really stunned the Romans in 2016 before Christ. He dealt them a staggering defeat at the Battle of Cannae by drawing back the endangered center of his line to form a pocket, right? And then the oncoming Romans were trapped when his resilient forces swept around their flanks and enveloped them. This maneuver remains among the most celebrated in military history. The Battle of Cannae is considered one of the deadliest single day of combat ever fought. So, you can imagine the bloodshed that was going on. But anyway, this is a general that hated the Roman Empire so much. He went for hundreds and hundreds of miles on foot from North Africa, going into Spain, in today's Spain, then crossing over France, then all over Italy. The genius and all the things that Hannibal was, and all the things that he'd done. There's a very mysterious question, because he really conquered all the Italian peninsula. Pretty much at some point the Romans had no army, and they were pretty much beaten down by Hannibal. And Hannibal, if you will, he kind of detained South Italy for about 15 years. Now you need to understand, we're talking about here the Roman Empire. Well, it was not yet an empire, but still, Italy and half of Spain and territories from North Africa. They were still, you know, well, yeah, we were not talking about the actual Roman Empire. That didn't came only in about 27, I think, or 22 before Christ. So many years until then. But we are talking about a powerful republic of Rome, uh, and with many territories in its pocket and so on. But this guy Hannibal was so ruthless. There's there's a say in Latin that it passed on today and is used for a specific situation. So yeah, there's a mystery around the genius of Hannibal. So we're looking at a guy that pretty much destroyed all Italy, but instead of attacking Rome, he went South Rome, in South Italy, and kept destroying other cities for several years, while Rome was right there at his feet, standing, you know, without an army. Scholars are looking into this even today, and they don't understand why. But there's a big rumor, and I don't want to believe it. There are a few sources out there that says that Hannibal, just like any other man, was in love with a Roman woman that lived in the capital city of Rome. Otherwise, myself, personally, and I don't quote me on this because you're gonna have to take one side of the scholars or other, but I believe that must be true. To some extent at least. Why oh why you'll manage to conquer almost all Italy? You're avoiding the capital to go south of the capital and just to attack other cities, and you know, but there will be a mystery for our scientific historians to make some light into this. But in relation to our coin anyway, the thing that made Hannibal start his army, because in 200 whenever it was, I think it was 200 something, wasn't it? Yeah, 240, when he was really young, and when he took the actual army in 222 to 221 before Christ. In relation to our coin, because we're talking about silver here, he couldn't have done that only because there were no resources. But he went from South Africa to from North Africa across the pond to South Spain, and guess what? He found a lot of silver there, and all the silver that he gained destroying other Roman provinces, all the silver that he gained from that actually gave him a chance to raise up 40,000. Well, some people say 40,000, some people say it was 60,000, and you know, it was hundreds of elephants. But ancient historians, they really are talking about just dozens of elephants, war elephants, and roughly about 50,000 people. But yeah, silver really was his escape point. And obviously this is no news for us. You know, we've seen this over the history time and time again, that silver, especially in ancient times, silver was pretty much one of the most important resources. If you wanted to do anything properly or important in the world, you got to have silver. But anyway, I think this coin tells the story of an unbelievable genius general that had the courage to march against Rome, one of the biggest empires of the world. And I think it's a coin for generations. We should never, and I don't think we'll ever, forget the phrase that is being still using today when something bad happens. And it comes from Latin and it goes Hannibal, yeah? It goes Hannibal ad portas, which it gets to be translated, if you will, Hannibal in front of the gates, as in, you know, announcing a very big danger. Even today, when something's happening, we say, oh, Hannibal at the gates. Yeah, Hannibal at portas. It's because of this guy right there. So yeah, pretty much that was a very small resume of what I wanted to tell you. But I think this coin is really, really special. I do believe it's a coin for generations. It tells an unbelievable story of an ancient general fighting the Roman Empire. And I strongly advise you, if you can, get your hands on it. I think you will do very well. This is the first coin from I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe it's four pieces for the whole collection. I want to say four. I don't know, but anyway, this one is the first one, and I think it's going to be a great collection. But like I said, if you get your chance to get this coin, get your hands on it, because I think it will be, you know, it will be something else. I think it will be very, very special. And even if you won't do, honestly, even if you won't do very, very good at this point, personally, and this is just personally, I don't care. I don't care. If you love a bit of history, you know, this will be a coin for you. But I truly believe it will do very, very well. Guys, this was it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember, like, share, subscribe. And I want to thank you, all of you, all my followers, all my subscribers, for your likes, for your comments. We just passed 200 subscribers. We're gonna go closer to 300, and we're gonna have something special for a giveaway. But we're gonna see that starting from, let's say, 250. When we reach 250 subscribers, I'm going to put a video out and we're going to start talking about it for the 300 subscribers giveaway. Anyway, that was me for today. Thank you so much for all your support, for all your comments. I hope you enjoy a little bit over ramble with this coin. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's fine. If some people like a bit of history, some people don't, so it's okay. But yeah, thank you very much. And as always, one more thing. May the stack be with you always.